piece of music. Billy Corgan doesn't subscribe to that particular philosophy. In Billy's eyes, there are clear winners and losers in terms of who's better at writing songs. Like, he was asked not so long ago, look, he's enormously talented, and he's made some incredible records, and he's a great songwriter and a really, really good guitar player and a bit of a visionary. But he was asked about Pearl Jam, I think, and the fact that they're still playing stadiums, whereas the Smashing Pumpkins, or what passes for the Smashing Pumpkins these days, definitely not playing stadiums or in any way, shape, or form. And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know how they managed to pull that one off." And they're like, "Well, do you think Pearl Jam's as good as you?" He's like, "Oh no, Pearl Jam's not as good as me." No. I mean, if you just look at their body of work and compare it with mine, mine's clearly better. Like, it's just such a subjective thing to say, but he was like, "Nope, I'm better." It was weird. I've never come, well, it's not never, but like, I haven't come across very many musicians that have the unmitigated hubris to be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm better than them." It's weird.
Yeah, he's in his own category, that William Corgan.
Yeah, that William Corgan. And at the same time, like, I always find him to be an incredibly reasonable guy when you hear him interviewed. He just, he says things like that are just like, what planet are you from? But the rest of the time, he's just like this incredibly down-to-earth, level-headed dude. It's weird. It's weird that, those two facets of his personality coexist so comfortably. He's like this really friendly, smart, down-to-earth guy that is very practical and reasonable, and then just believes he's significantly better than Pearl Jam, and anybody who questions that just doesn't have ears of their own. Want a job as a tester of prostitutes? Because that exists. We'll get into it later.
Shimmy AD on your radio like every day. I'm totally all city champion from the north back to the south. And even your mama loves it when I open my mouth. And I love it when your mama opens her mouth too. You see what I did there? Yeah, it's kind of sort of just what I do. You'll be all like, "What the hell? What did AD just say?" I'm not sure if I'm offended or if he just made my day. A little insane in the brain, but I'm always entertaining. Remain in the game, I'm maintaining and gaining. My rating soaring, my competition's boring. They play by the rules that I'm always ignoring. I'm wrong. You love the sound when I rock the radio, 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 on the radio, the radio, the radio. My dear, I do not know you, but you know me very well because you hear me every single day that you're alive. I'm the voice in your head from the time that you wake up to the car, to the bed, from the FM to the AM to the XM. I get it done any day, every day. You can find me here at number one. Did I say that I'm number one? I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number one, bits 2, 3, 4, and 5 on your TV, on your radio, on your stereo, everywhere you go. There I am, and you can rely on me to be giving you what you need. I'm raw, I'll bring it to you straight hardcore, and I'll leave you want some more. So turn it up loud, cause you know you love the sound when I rock the radio, 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 on the radio, the radio, the radio. Cause you know you love the sound. Turn it up loud, cause you know you love the sound. Turn it up loud, cause you know you love the sound. Turn it up loud, cause you know you love the sound. Get it? Turn it up loud, cause you know you love the sound. Turn it up loud, cause you know you love the sound. Turn it up loud, cause you know you love the sound. Turn it up loud, cause you know you love the sound. Rock the radio, 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 on the radio, the radio, the radio. Rock the radio, 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 on the radio, the radio, the radio. Your radio, your radio. Twinkle, twinkle, little whore. Shut your legs and not a door. If that kid you can't support, then abort, then abort, then abort. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, use a code, use a code, hang up. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, use a code, use a code, hang up. Just kill your kid. Kill your kid. Can't kid, so I don't fucking have to pay for it. Just kill your kid. Kill your kid. Can't kid, so I don't have to fucking pay for it. Hey, slut, shut your legs. Don't you forget that you've got eggs waiting to be fertilized. Every time you open up your thighs, you're steady reproducing. So easy to seduce, and you've done some lousy choosing when it comes to being loose and dug out by a different baby daddy every day. Don't got a job, at home you stay, and my taxes pay the way for your little future failures in this welfare state. You're a slut who should tie her tubes, cause all you little kids are just born to lose. Your drama baby mama and the 5 kids you got are gonna cost mad money, and I'm paying and I don't wanna. Twinkle, twinkle, little whore. Shut your legs and not a door. If that kid you can't support, then abort, then abort, then abort. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, use a code, use a code, hang up. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, use a code, use a code, hang up. Just kill your kid. Kill your kid. Can't kid, so I don't fucking have to pay for it. Just kill your kid. Kill your kid. Can't kid, so I don't have to fucking pay for it. Hey, loser, use a rubber. You got mad kids and you don't need another useless, hungry mouth to feed. You shouldn't be allowed to breed. I'll pay you to get castrated. Already paying for your kids, and I just hated your genetics. So pathetic. And the answer is eugenics. Save us cash, and next time, please make that slut just get on her knees. Stop breeding, you're bleeding me dry, and the next little mistake just needs to die. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, use a code, use a code, hang up. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, hang up. Use a code, use a code, use a code, hang up. Just kill your kid. Kill your kid. Kill your kid, so I don't fucking have to pay for it. Just kill your kid. Kill your kid.
Go ahead, favorite the show and enjoy AD on the go. iHeartRadio presents AD.
I'm really in two minds about this whole Ted Cruz running for president thing. I'm not one of those folks that is all up in his grill in terms of, you're crazy, you climate change denier. Oh, I think only because of the time that I've lived in Texas, I've seen him actually go do things where he's advocating for the people. He's fighting for the people of Texas. And I do believe there's some legitimate public concern in there. So, I'm not one that's uber quick to dismiss him. I am utterly dismissive of his father, his hateful, bigoted, scumbag, theocracy-wanting piece of crap, fought to install Castro to power in Cuba, realized it wasn't good times over there, and then bailed to America. Father, Rafael Cruz, his dad, is a nasty piece of work. And if there's anything that's going to legitimately hold him back from the presidency, is the fact that he hasn't gone like, hey, yeah, sorry, I need to publicly divorce myself from my dad because he's a crazy bigot. Oh, God. And for that reason, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening for Ted Cruz. But you know what? No one saw Ted Cruz getting elected to the Senate. No one saw him becoming a senator. He was going to be an absolute 100 million% underdog. So I don't know exactly how I feel about Ted Cruz announcing that he's going to be running for president. But you know who's extraordinarily happy about it? Because there's so much to work with there. Late night talk show hosts.
Today, Texas Senator Ted Cruz announced that he was running for president. Here's what I find interesting about Ted Cruz. He was born in Canada. His father fled to the United States from Cuba. Yet Ted Cruz is against immigration. Isn't that odd? It's odd, isn't it?
Ted Cruz broke the news that he will run on Twitter today. That's the cool way to do it, I guess. Announcing your candidacy before everyone else does is kind of like being the first celebrity to show up on the Oscars red carpet. It's not a great thing. Ted Cruz is essentially the Juliana Rancic of candidates for president. Because she works on that. The election, by the way, don't make us go back to Texas, because we will.
Big news today about the 2016 presidential race. No, this is big news. I think the first, or one of the first to announce, Texas Senator and Tea Party favorite Ted Cruz announced he's running for president. Yeah, he pledged to lead America boldly forward into the late 1950s. So, look forward to that. That'll be good. Here's what's interesting. People are questioning if Ted Cruz can even legally run for the presidential election because he was born in Canada. Yeah. Well, you're excited, but the last thing we want to do is pave the way for a President Bieber, because...
So, yeah, at the very least, it's given it's given late-night talk show hosts a significant amount of fodder. I'm going to attempt to take the high road in the Ted Cruz shenanigans. We've talked at length about him on the show and why I think his candidacy is an absolute joke. His candidacy is an absolute joke because of his father. Now, if he divorces himself from his father publicly, if he's not there high-fiving at all the AR-15 hoarding, cross-burning rallies that his father hosts, where he puts forth ideas that, well, it's interesting how Ted Cruz's father, Rafael Cruz, who is a pastor, who is some sort of preacher, who's some sort of hateful, nasty piece of crap preacher, so involved in politics, though. Hello, separation of church and state. It's very interesting. It's very interesting that the politics that his father puts forward, which just don't get me started on religion and politics and the separation of church and state. We don't have enough time this week, let alone in this show, to adequately discuss my ire for that particular subject. But what's interesting about Ted Cruz's dad is he fought to install Fidel Castro to power in Cuba, realized that life under Castro in a communist dictatorship wasn't good time, so he bailed to America. So I'm really glad we could offer you a second chance when picking up a gun to install a dictator to power didn't work out to be a good move. I'm really glad that we were able to provide that. You're welcome, Rafael Cruz. But on the flip side of that particular situation, all of his rhetoric is awfully dictatorial in a way reminiscent of a certain leader whose name rhymes with Schmidl-Schmastro. So yeah, thanks. I'll thank you to leave your jackbooted thuggy politics where they came from. You want to live that way? Go back to Cuba, you piece of crap. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to attempt to remain even-keeled on the whole Ted Cruz thing and give him a real shot. His dad, not so much even-keeled because, well, he's a piece of human garbage that, I don't know. How close is he to death? He looks a little bit like the Crypt Keeper. Any day now. Yeah. Anyways, let's finish rolling through the news. What else is going on in the world, Funkhauser?
Well, Kanye West will be in Zoolander 2.
Oh. That's pretty cool. I think in Zoolander 2, Kanye West will be playing an arrogant fashionista whose outfits elicit mockery instead of praise. He prepared for the role by being Kanye West. Go on.
JWoww says she's getting married in October.
We'll see about that, responded Cirrhosis of the Liver. I don't know why it's funny when you anthropomorphize a disease, but it really is. Go on.
Comcast is tripling the size of their social media customer service team.
Mm-hmm. They're going to respond to your tweet or Facebook post sometime between 10 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. That's interesting. Like, that's really interesting because, like, I think you can, like, there's people that I know that, like, if I wanted to get a whole bunch of free stuff, I've got, how many Twitter followers do you have, Funkhauser?
I don't know, like 1,500 or something.
Yeah, like anything over 1,000, I think. You can, anything over 1,000, if you start tweeting complaints out to companies, I think you can get a boatload of free stuff. I mean, they might spot you as a troll if they go back through your Twitter history and see all you do is be like, Comcast service, worst service ever. American Airlines, worst airlines ever. McDonald's, worst... Oh, we're already out of time? McDonald's, worst cheeseburger ever. And you can get a whole bunch of free stuff just by trolling people on Twitter. It's an interesting profession that's sprung up in the digital age.
understand.